Hi, my name is Tashika Perry Harris, and I am the founder of Crowning Daughters for Success Enrichment Program, a program that creates confidence without compromise. Today, on Empowerment Time, we're going to be talking about the power of building trust. So let's get into this topic. Let's talk about what is trust before we try to rebuild it, right? Trusting in someone means that you think they are reliable. You know that you can depend on them. You have confidence in them and you feel safe with them physically and emotionally. Trust is something that two people can build, and they can decide to trust each other and implement different strategies to build trust, and that creates a lasting, productive relationship. So, how do you gain the trust of a parent or regain the trust of a parent? Right now, during this social distancing, I want you to think about some of the ways that you have let your parents down. Some of the ways that you have caused them not to trust you over this past year. Maybe you said you were going to stay after school and you end up at McDonald's. Maybe you said that you actually did your homework, and when they saw your report card, it didn't reflect you doing any work at all. Maybe you said that you were going to do better and that you were going to change your ways, and they have seen no change in your attitude or your behavior. It is very important that when we apologize, and a previous video talked about the power of the apology, that when we apologize, we position ourselves to do better so that people can believe in us, depend on us, right? And so in order to build that trust, there are several things that you have to do. You have to show your parents that you are trustworthy, and your relationship will likely improve, or your relationship will definitely continue to blossom. One of the easiest ways to gain trust is by following through on the things that you said you will do, or the things that you have been asked to do, and you do it quickly, you do it expediently, and you do it without complaining. And most of all, you do it with no hidden motives. That builds trust. Follow your parents' rules and don't make risky decisions. One of the easiest ways to lose trust from a parent is to disrespect them. If they tell you to do something and they believe they are relying on you to do this particular thing, and you don't do it or you don't follow through with it, it's a letdown. And because they are let down, walls build up. And when walls build up, it is very difficult to get through. Communicate with your parents and tell them both the good and the bad of your life. Truthfully, engage in conversations that are transparent, and let them know that, hey, you are a teen and you are not perfect, and there are certain things that you struggle with. Now, when you tell them the things that you struggle with, then you assist them in helping you get through those things. But when they find out the things you are struggling with through your actions and through your behavior pattern, then that causes them not to trust you, because they feel like you didn't trust them enough to tell them. Finally, repair the trust when it is broken by apologizing and making things right. So when we talked about the apology, and we discovered ways and why apologizing is power, right? We have to also understand that sorry is not enough. Sorry is not enough to build trust. So after the sorry and after the acknowledgement, we have to definitely make different decisions. So let's talk about following rules. Following rules is one way a person knows that you respect them and that you honor authority. So when you show your parents that you respect their rules by valuing their rules. Even if you don't agree with their rules, you go along with them because you know that your parents know what's best for you. So following rules at home helps your parents to see that you respect them and that you are willing to earn their trust. For example, the moment your parents let you hang out with your friends and say you need to be back home by 10 p.m., when you are back home by 9:45 p.m., there is a relief that your parents feel that screams, I'm gonna let them go another time, because not only did they follow my rules, but they extended themselves to coming home a little bit earlier. So following rules is a huge way to build trust. When your parents leave for work and they have to leave you home to watch your siblings, and they come back and the house is tidy and the siblings are engaging in something productive and you are engaging in something productive, it helps them to believe that they can trust you outside of the house. So I'm gonna pin that. Most of you are upset with your parents because they won't let you do anything. And a lot of times they won't let you do anything because you have not shown responsibility in the small things. So keep that in mind when you hear no, you can't hang out, or no, so-and-so can't come over. No, I can't drop you off over here. Don't think it's your parents being mean all of the time. Sometimes it's because they don't trust you. They don't feel that you are responsible, and they don't feel that you are mature enough to handle situations without them being around. So after you follow the rules, then you follow through. When you follow through on tasks quickly, it causes your parents to understand that you are not only trustworthy, but that you have the ability to get things done. And when you have the ability to get things done, you can be trusted with more responsibilities and more freedom. So don't wait to get tasks or chores done. Your parents don't want to hound you just as much as you don't want to be hounded, and you don't want to be bugged, and you don't want to be screamed at. If you have weekly chores or your parents ask you to do something, do it right away. This will show them that you are responsible and that you can be trusted to do things quickly. Showing responsibility will impress your parents and let them know that they can count on you. What a big deal to know that your parents can count on you. For example, if you're watching television and your parents want you to take out the trash or something, do it during the next commercial break. Let me tell you what that does. When you get up and do it without them asking you again, it causes them to rely on you. It lets them know that you are responsible, but more importantly, it lets them know that you are respecting their authority. Last but not least, be able to handle problems on your own. To handle problems on your own. If you are 13 and you are handling problems like a 2-year-old, 9 times out of 10, when you turn 16, you will not be able to drive. If you are 15 and you're handling problems like a 10-year-old, guess what? More than likely, when it's time to go to the prom, a boy might not be taking you, or you might not be impressing and taking that girl. So when you handle problems, when you're faced with problems, try handling it by yourself. Try doing the best that you can do. And then when you feel that you've done your best and you still haven't gotten it right, then you ask for help. You'll show that you are proactive, and you'll show that you are capable of working independently. Parents want to know that you are independent. You might need some help from your parents at times, but proving that you can handle problems on your own, it shows maturity. And when a parent sees that you are mature to solve problems and to make decisions on your own, They will trust you with friends, and they will trust you at concerts, and they will trust you at the movie theater, and they'll trust you driving a car because you have shown a pattern of making decisions on your own. So they know when those little temptations slip up, and they will, they can trust that you'll make the right decision. So integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. Trust is for me to be able to rely and depend on you even when I'm not there. And when parents know that you can go to school and you can make good decisions and they're not being called every 5 minutes because of your attitude or because of your behavior, that builds trust. When parents see that you take responsibility over what goes into your mind, right? And you're watching something that may be inappropriate and you quickly say, you know, this isn't something that I should be watching, and you switch that channel, it shows that you take accountability and responsibility over what goes into your mind, because you know what goes into your mind, it comes out as a choice, right? Parents, when they see that you detect that a friend isn't guiding you down the right path, and they see that you are bold and you are courageous enough to pause that friendship or even end that friendship, they'll be able to trust you with the big things. So again, let's give some breathing room to the parents that's saying no, and let's earn trust so that you can earn more freedom and so that you can earn more responsibility. So listen, this is the best time that you're home to build that trust. Not allowing that teacher to email your parent Monday saying you didn't get any of your work done last week. That is showing them that you can't be trusted. It's showing them that someone needs to stay over you, right? In order for you to get the job done, so that when this social distancing is over, what is going to happen when it's time for you to hang out with friends again, and it's time for you to stay after school again? When your parents feel like you can't be trusted with the small things, they definitely will not trust you with the big things. So use this video as a great nugget and resource to build trust. Now, your assignment, I want you to write down 3 things that you have done, right? We're not perfect, that could have or did ruin the trust that your parents have for you. And next, I want you to write an apology letter to your parents, acknowledging the things that you could have done better and sharing how you will do better. And last but not least, actually following through with doing better. This has been Empowerment Time.